Good morning, everyone. Okay, now we are going to discuss part B of the second paper of year 2024-2025. Hope everyone has done all the questions in this paper, right? Okay, let's start. Question number 7 today. 5. In this paper, the normal order has been broken, no? Because normally, in most of the previous past papers, the seventh question given from arithmetic progressions and geometric progressions, no? From progressions, number patterns. But here, in this paper, that order has been broken, right? We are given the construction question as the seventh one here. So let's go through the question. As usual, we are instructed like this. Use only a straight edge with a centimeter, millimeter scale and a pair of compasses for the following geometric constructions. The construction lines should be clearly drawn, right? That is the normal, usual instruction, no? Right. Number one, vector. Construct a straight line segment AB of length 6 centimeters and construct an angle of 60 degrees at B on AB and bisect it. In the first step, in the first part of the question, we have to do three things. First, we have to construct a straight line segment. Then we have to construct an angle of 60 degrees at one of the ends of that line. And eventually, you have to bisect that angle as well. Right? Okay. Let's go through the first step. Then you know how to construct a straight line segment of a given length. You know how to construct a straight line segment of a given length. ඔයාලා හැමෝම දන්නවා කොහොමද? අපි අපිට දීලා තියෙන length එකක් සහිතව straight line segment එකක් construct කරන්න කියනවා. The length of this straight line segment must be 6 centimeters. Therefore, first we have to draw a straight line which is more than 6 centimeters. හැම වෙලේම අපිට කියන length එකට වඩා පොඩ්ඩක් හරි වැඩිපුර ගන්න ඕන. ඒක ගානට අපි අර හිතට ගන්නෙ නෑ. Then ඊට පස්සේ using the ruler itself, keeping the ruler vertically like this. Ruler මෙන්න මෙහෙම vertically තියාගෙන, right? We do not get the ruler to the end of the line, right? We get it somewhere closer to one of the ends. Then, keeping the ruler vertically like this, we draw a very small line segment to get one end of the line we have to construct. Now, this point of intersection is going to be either A or B. That is your wish. They're like Y canal, right? You can name this point of intersection as either A or B, right? You can take this as A or B. That is your wish. Understood? Right. Then today, to get the length of this line segment, we have to use the pair of compasses, right? Then we have to take the middle point of the pair of compasses exactly to 0 mark, the 0 centimeter mark on the rule. Then you have to take the middle point to the 6 centimeter mark on the ruler like this. Then taking the middle point exactly to this point of intersection, right? The point A or B, right, with that we have marked, you have to draw a small arc like this to cut the line from the other end, other side. Now, this is A, this point of intersection is B, right? I name this point as capital A, this point of intersection as capital B. Now, this is the straight line segment AB. On the AB කියන straight line segment එක අපි construct කරා. Then we have to construct an angle of 60 degrees at the point B, at one of the ends of the straight line segment we just constructed, right? Then you know the method. When we construct an angle of 60 degrees by using the pair of compasses, we have to place the middle point of the pair of compasses exactly on the vertex that we have selected or we are given, right? This is going to be the vertex of the angle. Then taking keeping the middle point exactly on the vertex, now we have to draw an arc taking any suitable distance between the pencil point and middle point, right? We have to draw an arc to cut this line like this, right? Then keeping the same distance, keeping the same radius, and taking the middle point of the pair of compasses onto this point of intersection. Now we have to cut the previously drawn arc by an arc like this. Then by using the ruler and pencil, then we have a ruler and pencil use right? You have to join this point B to this point of intersection with a straight line like this and produce. You can produce that line like this. Now you know this angle is definitely 60 degrees. Is that clear? Then we have to do another thing in the same step, that is we have to bisect that angle as well. අපිට කියනවා මේ angle එක bisect කරන්න කියලා. Then you know how to bisect an angle. We take the middle point to this point of intersection because already we got an arc drawn to cut both these arms from this point, the vertex point P, right? Then taking the middle point onto this point of intersection, right? And taking a distance which is more than the distance between these 2 points, right? You have to draw an arc like this, taking the middle point at this point of intersection. Then, without changing the distance, keeping the middle point, taking the middle point to this point of intersection, we have to cut the previous arc with the same radius. Now you have to join this vertex to this point of intersection, and if you want, you can produce the line like this. Now this is the bisect of this angle. This angle of 60 degrees. Is that clear today? Is that clear? Right. Then number 2. Construct the isosceles triangle ABC such that AB is equal to AC. Right. the isosceles triangle ABC. Already we got A and B and still we don't know where C is. දැන් අපි ගාව AB ඉන්නවා හැබැයි තාම දන්නේ නැහැ කොහෙද C ඉන්නේ කියලා. Then right? අපි කරන්නේ the next piece of information helps us find that point. Construct the isosceles triangle ABC such that AB is equal to AC, AB must be equal to AC, and angle ABC is 30 degrees. Look, this is A, this is B, this is 60 degrees. Therefore, this angle must be 30 because this is the bisect of that angle. Then C must be somewhere on this line. එහෙනම් C කියන point එක අනිවාර්යෙන්ම මෙන්න මේ bisect එක මත යම් තැනක ඉන්නවා. Right? The point C in the isosceles triangle ABC must be somewhere on this bisector. Is that clear? Right. Then we are given අපිට දෙනවා a hint to identify the location of that point C, right? Because AB and AC have to be equal. Then you know the length of AB, that is 6 centimeters. Then you can take it again. 6 centimeters. Where are 6 centimeters. The length of AB. Right. This is 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters. Then keeping the metal point on A. A was the metal point එක තියාගෙන cut the bisector by small arc like this. Now this is the location of the point C. Then you have to join the point A to this point of intersection. And this is the point C. And I'm going to C කියන point එක. Is that clear with it? Right. Isosceles triangle ABC. Then you can ask any question if you have, right? Then problem number 3. Construct the perpendicular bisector of AC. Perpendicular bisector of AC. Right. Take the middle point to the point A and expand the arms more than half of AC. අපි කිසියම් line segment එකක perpendicular bisector එක construct කරනකොට when we construct the perpendicular bisector of a given straight line segment, you have to take a length which is more than half the length of that given line segment, right? So, taking more than half of AC to the pair of compasses, you have to draw an arc like this. Then, from the other side also, you have to do the same. අනිත් පැත්තෙනුත් ඔය වැඩේම කරන්න ඕනේ. Like this. You have to draw two arcs on either side of the given line segment. On either side කියන දෙපැත්තෙන්ම කරන්න ඕනේ. Then taking the metal point to the other end of the line. Taking the metal point to the other end of the line. That means taking the metal point onto C. Now you have to draw an arc to cut the previously drawn two arcs like this. Actually, you don't want me to explain how to construct the perpendicular bisect of a given straight line. So these are the 2 points of intersection. Then you have to join them with rule and pencil like this. Now this is the perpendicular bisect of AC. මෙයා තමා AC ගේ perpendicular bisect එක. Then this must be equal to this. Is that clear? Right. Then put it. Construct the perpendicular bisect of AC. Then construct a semicircle on the side AC. Semicircle on the side AC. AC mother semicircle lega. Outside the triangle ABC. ABC can triangle again Peter. Outside the triangle ABC means that must not on this side, be on this side. The semicircle must be drawn on the left hand side of AC according to my construction. Understood? Right. And such that AC is its diameter. So if AC is the diameter, then this must be the center of that semicircle because this is the perpendicular bisect of AC. This is the perpendicular bisect of AC, then this is the midpoint. This point of intersection is the midpoint of AC. Then take this midpoint as the center and take him this length as the radius. You have to draw a semicircle like this. Semicircle right? A semicircle. Is that clear? Then value Roman number 4. Construct a straight line through A parallel to BC. Through the point A. Through the point A. Through the point A parallel to BC. මෙන්න මේ A හරහා යන්න ඕනේ BC ට parallel. So this is BC. We have to construct a straight line through A parallel to BC. So you know today. Now we have to construct a line parallel to BC through A like this. We got 3 methods to construct parallel lines to a given line segment or line, right? We can use the nature of alternate angles between parallel lines, then corresponding angles between parallel lines, as well as we can do it by using the properties of the parallelogram or rhombus as well, right? Here I am going to use the theorem that if a pair of alternate angles form when 2 lines are intersected by a transversal, right? Okay, then if the pair of alternate angles are equal, the 2 lines must be parallel. That is the theory. That is the theorem I am going to use right now. Okay. Then look. If we take this angle, you know this angle is 30-degree angle. I mean ABC. So if we can copy an angle equal to ABC at A on this side, that means taking AB as a side, AB as an arm, and such that this angle and this angle are a pair of alternate angles, then the lines must be parallel. So I am going to keep this 30-degree angle at A such that They are a pair of already we have an arc drawn. අපි ගාව දැනටමත් මෙන්න මේ arc එකේ ඉන්නවා පුතේ. Therefore, I am going to use the same arc, or if you want, you can use a different arc. But අවශ්‍ය නම් වෙනස් arc එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? I use this arc. Then I draw an arc taking the same radius, same distance from A. Like this. Then we have to take the distance between these 2 points of intersection. This point and this point. The distance between these 2 points of intersection. Like this. Then keeping the middle point here on this point of intersection, we have to draw an arc to cut the previous arc like this. Now, join A to this point of intersection and produce like this. If you want, you can produce it to the other side as well, like this. Now, this line is parallel to BC and it goes through A. These lines are parallel. Is that clear with it? But if I had a then construct a straight line through A parallel to BC such that it intersects the semicircle at D. The point of intersection of this parallel line and the semicircle must be named to be D. මෙන්න මෙයා D කියලා name කරන්න කියලා කියනවා. D. And join CD. Join CD. Join C to D like this. Join CD. Is that clear so far? මේ දක්වා පැහැදිලිද? Right. The last part. What is the magnitude of angle ACD? Angle ACD. This is A. When I know A. This is A. This is C. This is B. So this we have to find the magnitude of this angle. When මෙයා තමයි අපේ අහන්නේ. පුතේ මේ බලන්න. This is a semicircle. So this is its diameter. Then angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Right? Then look. This is an isosceles triangle. මෙන්න මෙයා isosceles triangle එකක් I mean ABC. Triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. This is 60. Therefore, this angle was 30. Right? Right. Since this is an isosceles triangle, you know, in an isosceles triangle, the angles opposite equal sides are equal. If this is 30, since these two sides are equal, this angle also 30. And this line is parallel to this line. If this is 30, this angle also 30. Then this is 90, this is 30. 90 plus 30, 120. Therefore, this angle must be 60 degrees. Understood? Right. Okay, in this app, when we use this app, actually it's an app, right? Uh, in each step that we construct in our constructions, the measurements are mentioned on the board. Therefore, eventually, the the final construction is actually not that clear. No? ඉතර පැහැදිලිව පේන්නේ අවසානට ඇයි වගයන් ගොඩාක් පේනවා. All the measurements are appearing there. Understood? That is why the final construction, that means when we go to the final steps, the previous some of the previous steps are hidden. No, they're not what however. එනිසා දැන් අර අගයන් ගොඩාක් මේකේ පේන නිසා සමහරවිට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අපහැදිලි ඇති විශේෂයෙන්ම ෆිසිකල් මේ ඔන්ලයින් දරුවන්ට. හරි. So that is the end of the seventh question. On the seventh question එක. Now we are moving on to the eighth one, right? The eighth question is a geometric question, right? You know, in the second paper, part B, there are two geometry questions, right? This is the first one of them. Right. Let me draw the given diagram first. Right. The diagram is given to be like this. Right. This is a parallelogram. When we make a parallelogram, and in this parallelogram, E is the midpoint of BC. Right. This is the midpoint of the side BC. The parallelogram is named to be ABCD. ABCD. This is a parallelogram, right? This is a parallelogram. Opposite sides must be equal. And this is the midpoint of BC. Then we can put the same sign on these two parts of the line BC on DE and EC. And in the figure, ABCD is a parallelogram. E is the midpoint of BC and F is the point on DC such that DF is 1/3 BC. Right. 1/3 BC. Now look. I am going to complete the remaining parts of the given diagram. This is the given diagram. ABCD is a parallelogram. E is the midpoint of BC. EF and AB produce meet at H. This is H. AB and HE produce or FE produced meet at G. This point of intersection is G. So this is the given diagram. In addition to that, we are given today DF is 1/3 DC. DF is 1/3 DC. Right. This is DC. DC කියන්නේ මෙයා. DF is 1/3 DC. මෙන්න මෙයා DF කියන කෙනා DF is 1/3 DC. Then tell me, if DF is 1/3 DC, what can you say about CF? How much of DC is CF? If this is 1/3 DC, what should this be? 2/3 DC. Therefore, FC must be 2/3 DC. Is that clear? Keep it in your mind, right? Always here, the line AB produced meets the line FE produced at G, and the line AD produced meets the line EF produced at H, right? I have already mentioned those things on the board in the diagram. Copy the given figure in your answer script and problem number 1. Show that triangle BGE, this triangle, BGE is congruent to the triangle CFE. We have to prove that these two triangles are congruent. You know, Pute, we have 4 methods to show that two triangles are congruent, right? We can show by using the SSS case, SAS case, AAS case, and RHS case. Right. Here, from those 4 methods, from those 4 cases, which case can we apply here? AAS case, because we are given E is the midpoint of BC, therefore BE must be equal to CE. That is given. That is a given piece of information. Clear? Then, as ABCD is a parallelogram, then the opposite sides are parallel, then you can say this angle is equal to this angle. Reason, alternate angles between parallel lines. You got another 2 pairs, right? You can say that this angle is equal to this angle in the same reason. Under the same reason, because these 2 lines are parallel, then this angle and this angle are a pair of alternate angles between parallel lines too. But without taking the same type of pairs of angles, I take this angle and this angle because these 2 angles are also equal, because they are vertically opposite angles. Understood? But it doesn't matter whether you take what that means. It doesn't matter whether you take this pair or this pair. You can take any 2 pairs of equal angles and the corresponding side. When you use what? AAS case. Clear? Now, you have enough information on the board in the diagram and you can show it. Now you have to say today, first name the 2 triangles, polymer triangles like this. In triangle BGE, in triangle BGE and triangle CEF. CEF. Right? Whenever you show that two triangles are congruent, you have to mention, you have to write the two pairs of triangles you are going to make congruent. Understood? Then the elements of the triangle BGE must be on the left hand side. Now the case is AAS case, two angles and a side. So I take the two angles first. GBE, angle GBE, angle GBE must be equal to GBE must be equal to FCE. FCE. Reason? Alternate angles between parallel lines. We are here to alternate angles between parallel lines. Complete the sentence. I have written just alternate only. You have to write the entire sentence. Alternate angles between parallel lines. සම්පූර්ණ වාක්‍ය ලියන්න ඕනේ. භාගයට ලියන්න එපා. Just alternate angles is not sufficient, right? Because alternate angles are not always equal. They are equal only when the lines are parallel. Clear? Then you can say BEG. Angle BEG must be equal to BEG must be equal to CEF. CEF. Write the reason. Tell me the reason for that. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Then AAS. BE. BE is equal to CE. This is given. Make up it a given. Today, when you make two triangles congruent, when you show that two triangles are congruent, by using that means in the AAS case, there must be two equal pairs of angles and you have to make sure that the two equal sides are the corresponding sides of in both triangles. Remember me? The location of this side is between the dot and the cross. This side also has the same location. Therefore, they are called corresponding sides. Understood? Then you can write. Eventually, you can write. Therefore, triangle BGE is congruent to the triangle CEF. Be sure to write the relevant case. Case is AAS case. Angle, side. AAS. Clear? Can the right. Right. After you show that those two triangles are congruent, then you can mark the equal pairs of other corresponding elements. If these two triangles are congruent, then this angle must be equal to this angle, corresponding elements of congruent triangles. Similarly, the side opposite the dot, this side must be equal to the side opposite the dot, corresponding elements of congruent triangles. And this side must also be equal to this side under the same reason. අර හේතුවම යටතේ ඒ දෙවලට සමාන වෙනවා. I have marked those information in the diagram because they can be useful later. ඒගොල්ලෝ අපිට පසුවට නේද ප්‍රයෝජනවත් වෙන්න පුළුවන් නිසා මම ඔන්න මාක් කරලා තියාගෙන ඉන්නවා. හරි. Then Roman number 2. Join BF and GC. Join BF. Join BF and BF. This is F, this is E. Join BF and GC. This is GC. And give reasons why BGCF is a parallelogram. BGCF, it is a quadrilateral. Now we have new reasons why the quadrilateral BGCF is going to be a parallelogram. What is the reason? Tell me, what are the things that we can use to show that a particular quadrilateral is a parallelogram? මොනවද දේවල් අපිට පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් දේවල් කිසියම් quadrilateral එක parallelogram එකක් කියලා ඔප්පු කරන්න පෙන්නන්න. කියනවා එක by showing that the pairs of both pairs of opposite sides are equal. එකක් තමයි කිසියම් quadrilateral එකක opposite sides pairs දෙකම සමානයි කියලා පෙන්නන්න පුළුවන් නම් අය අනිවාර්යෙන්ම parallelogram එකක්. Second one, by showing that both pairs of opposite angles are equal. එකක් නෙමෙයි ජෝඩු දෙකම සමානයි කියලා පෙන්නනවා. Third one, by showing that only one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal. එක opposite pair එකක් විතරක් එක pair එකක් opposite pair එකක් සමාන වෙන්නත් ඕනේ. ඒ වැඩේ වෙන ගමන්ම parallel වෙන්නත් ඕනේ. ඔය දෙක එකපාර වුණොත් ඒ තියා parallel වෙන එක. Fourth one, the last one, by showing that the diagonals of that quadrilateral bisect each other. කිසියම් quadrilateral එකක diagonals දෙකම එකිනෙකාව හරිය නැත්නම් කඩාගෙන යනවා කියලා පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන්. කියන්නේ bisect කරනවා කියලා පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන් නම් then even then you can show that you can decide that that is a parallelogram. Then according to the information we got here, then from those four methods, from those four chances, which one can we use here to show that this is a parallelogram? The last one. We can clearly show that the diagonals of this quadrilateral bisect each other. BE is equal to EC. That is given. That is a piece of information that we are given in the question. And since these two triangles are congruent, you can show that, you can say that FE is equal to EG, corresponding elements of congruent triangles. Now you can write. You can write like this. You can say BE is equal to CE. BE equals to CE. This is given. And GE is equal to EF. GE is equal to EF. Write the reason. Corresponding elements of congruent triangles. Therefore, you can say, therefore, BGCF GCF is a parallelogram. Reason: diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals එකිනෙකාව bisect කරගන්න හින්දා මෙයා parallelogram එක. Is that clear? පැහැදිලිද? Right. And the last part, third part, show that triangle DFH, triangle DFH, this triangle, and BGE, this one. We have to show that these two triangles are equiangular. Equiangular means two triangles must have the same angles, right? The three interior angles in a triangle, in a certain triangle, must be equal to the magnitudes of the three interior angles of another triangle. Then they are said to be equiangular, right? Remember? Here, in this triangle, okay, in the triangle BGE, this angle which I have marked by a dot, which I have marked as a dot, must be equal to this angle. Reason: this line and this line are parallel. They are the opposite sides of a parallelogram. Then this angle and this angle are a pair of corresponding angles between parallel lines. And this line is parallel to this line too. Therefore, this angle must be equal to this angle, corresponding angles between parallel lines. Then, this angle is equal to this angle because they are alternate angles between parallel lines. And this angle must be equal to this angle because they are a pair of vertically opposite angles. Then this angle is equal to this. This angle is equal to this. Then if two pairs of angles in two triangles are equal, definitely the remaining pair of angles also equal, because the sum of the three interior angles of any triangle is always 180. Clear? Is that clear? Therefore, you can say these two triangles are equiangular. Understood? Fine. You can say for like this, you can show it like this. You can say angle GBE, angle GBE is equal to GBE is equal to BAD. BAD. Reason: corresponding angles between parallel lines. Corresponding angles between parallel lines. Corresponding angles between parallel lines. Then angle FBH. Angle FBH. This angle also equal to the same BAD. එයත් සමානයි අර BAD ට. එහෙනම් here is the same. Corresponding angles between parallel lines. දැන් බලන්න පුතේ. The same quantity BAD is equal to these two quantities. Then the quantities which are equal to the same quantity are equal. Axiom. Therefore, you can say these two are equal. Therefore, G B F is equal to F D H. Reason axiom. Axiom. Right? Then you can say BGE, angle BGE, angle BGE is equal to BGE is equal to EFC, EFC, EFC. Reason alternate angles between parallel lines. And you can say angle DFH, angle DFH. This angle also equal to this EFC, EFC. Reason vertically opposite angles. Now again the same reason as here. You can say therefore BGE must be equal to DFH. Reason axiom. Axiom. Now two pairs of angles are equal. Now you can show that the two triangles are equiangle. Right. Now write the steps like this. Then we have steps here. In triangle DGE, in triangle DGE and triangle DFH, DFH. Write this one first. GBF, angle GBF is equal to FDH. Proven. ඔප්පු කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Then BGE. BGE. Angle BGE is equal to DFH. DFH. Proven. එකත් ඔප්පු කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Right. If two pairs of angles are equal in two angles, the remaining pair must be equal automatically. ඉතුරු pair එක නිසැකව නිරායාසයෙන්ම සමාන වෙන්න ඕන. BGE, sorry, BEG, BEG, BEG must be equal to BEG, DHF. DHF. Reason the remaining pair. ඉතුරු ජෝඩු. Remaining pair. ඉතිරි යුගලය. යුගල් දෙකක් සමානයි නම් ඉතිරි යුගලය නිකම්ම සමාන. නේද? හරි. Therefore, therefore, triangle BGE and triangle DHDFH are equiangular. Equiangular. Got it? There another equiangular. Right? ඔන්න දැන් අපි දන්නවා දෙන්න equiangular කියලා නේ. Now we are on the last part of that question. දැන් අපි ඉන්නේ equation එකේ අවසන් කොටස. Show that පෙන්නන්නලු DH is equal to 1/4 AD. DH කියන length එක AD ගෙන් 4ක් පහුවක් බව. We have to show that DH is 1/4 AD. DH. Identify DH. This is DH. ඔන්න ඉන්නවා වෙයිලර DH. Other one AD. This is AD. වෙන්න පුතේ AD. We have to build up a relationship between DH and AD. අපි දැන් මේ දෙන්න අතර සම්බන්ධයක් ගොඩනගන්න ඕන. බලමු කොහොමද කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. දරුවනේ, you know as ABCD is a parallelogram, the opposite sides AD must be equal to BC. එහෙම නේද? Therefore, on the other hand, E is the midpoint of BC. අපි දන්නවා අනිත් පැත්තේ E කියන්නේ BC ගේ midpoint එක. එහෙනම් BE is half BC. පිළිගන්නවද? And AD and BC are equal. Therefore, you can say BE is half AD as well. තේරුණා මම කියන එක? හරි. එහෙනම් ඔන්න බලන්න යන්නේ. මම මෙහෙම යනවා. You know today, these two triangles are equiangular. So tell me, what is the very first theorem you learned in the lesson equiangular triangles? If two triangles are equiangular, then the corresponding sides are of equiangular triangles are proportional. The corresponding sides of equiangular triangles are proportional. Right? They are having the same ratio. එකයි කියන්නේ. හරි. Now we need DH. දැන් DH එක එනවා. දැන් මම මෙහෙම ලියනවා. මම කියනවා as DHF and BGE are equiangular triangles. ඔය දෙන්න equiangular triangles නිසා මොකද වෙන්න ඕනේ? The ratio between DH upon. Today, what is the location of DH? It is opposite this side. The side DH is opposite the angle of this side. Then here, this is the same side. Then we have to take the ratio between this side and the corresponding side BE. සිංහලෙන් කිව්වොත් මෙයාට corresponding වෙන්නේ මේ side එකට හේතුව මෙයා ඉන්නේ මෙන්න මේ symbol එක තියෙන angle එකට opposite වුණා ගන්න ඕනේ A හා සමානම angle එකට opposite way in the side එක. Then next one. Now we have to show the relationship between DH and AD. AD. AD is equal to BC, then DE is half of BC, then we have to take this side. Now මේ side එකට යන ඒ හේතුව මෙයා ගත්තොත් තමයි අපිට instead of BE වෙනුවට you can write half AD. Understood? තේරෙනවද මම කියන දේ? දැන් මම ගන්නවා මෙයාත් එක්ක. එහෙනම් මෙයා කවුද? This side is no. DH, the corresponding side is BE, already taken. Then I have to take another side. Then we are given this one. DF is 1/3 DC. DF is 1/3 DC. Therefore, I take DF. Then what is the side corresponding to DF in this triangle? DF is opposite the cross. Here, this is cross, that is BG. You know the reason? Or Hebrew method? What is the theorem we use here? Corresponding sides of equiangular triangles are proportional. මතක නෑ වගේ නේ theorem එක නෑ මතකද? You listen. මතකද? No. දැන් මතක් වුණාද? දැන් මතක් වුණා. හරි. Then DH upon BE. You know, instead of BE, you can write half BC. BC upon 2. This is equal to DF. Instead of DF, you can write what one DF only and how to do it. In what we have to prove AD now. Instead of DF, you can write half DC. DF is equal to 1/3 DC. DC upon 3 upon. Instead of BG is equal to BG is equal to CF. BG and CF are equal, corresponding elements of congruent triangles. Instead of BG, you can write CF. Understood? Now, in what we have to show, DH is there, and other one is AD. How will you know AD again? Right. Now you can write like this. Then everybody take down up to this. DH. Now do the first multiplication. Then first multiplication D H into CF must be equal to DC upon 3 multiplication BC upon 2. BC upon 2. One more theta. Now, here, DH times CF. Instead of CF, you can write 2/3 DC. ඔයාලට CF එනකොට දාන්න කවුරු කියලාද? 2/3 DC කියලා. අයියේ මේ ටික. If this is 1/3 DC, the remaining part must be 2/3 DC. Is that clear? How the then instead of CF, I write 2 DC upon 3. That must be equal to DC upon 3 times BC. BC upon 2. What is BC today? BC is equal to AD. And among BC and AD down. AD upon 2. Clear? Now, we want to get DC on the left hand side. One by the DC in it and DH. DH is equal to, I do the cross multiplication. Here, DC upon 3 times AD upon 2. I do the cross multiplication. Here, 3 upon 2 DC. Clear? Now 3 can be cancelled. DC can be cancelled. So DH is equal to, in the numerator, AD, here 2 times 2, 4. AD upon 4. That means 1/4 AD. AD upon 4 කියන්නේ 1/4 AD තමයි. Clear? පැහැදිලිද? Right. Now, we are on the 9th question. Number 9. The 9th question is given from mensuration. 9 small solid metal right pyramids. 9 small solid metal right pyramids, each with a square base of side length A and height 2A. The square base right pyramid. Square base right pyramid. Right. You know that in a square base right pyramid, how to find the volume? How do we get the volume of a square base right pyramid? අපි කොහොමද square base right pyramid right square base pyramid එක volume හොයන්නේ? What are the measurements that we require? We must know length of an edge of the base. Right here, we are given each of these right square base pyramids have base length of A units, no? And the height is 2A. The height is given to be 2A. The height, the perpendicular height is 2a. So how to find the volume of a square base pyramid? අපි කොහොමද square base pyramid එකක volume හොයන්නේ? Area of the square base 1/3 into area of the square base into the height, the perpendicular height of the pyramid, right? 9 small solid metal right pyramids, each with a square base of side length A and height 2a are melted. මේ නමය එක හා සමාන 9 දෙනෙක්ව melted කුණු කරනවලු, and a solid right circular cylinder of base radius r and height 3r is made without any wastage of metal. මෙන්න මේ වගේ 9 දෙනෙක්ව melt කරලා by melting this kind of 9 right square base pyramids, a cylinder like this is formed. මෙන්න මේ වගේ cylinder එකක් හදනවා. So what are the measurements? What are the dimensions of this cylinder? The base radius r. මෙයාගේ base radius එක r and the height 3r. Height of the cylinder is 3r. So how do we find the volume of a cylinder? Area of the cross section times perpendicular height. Then if this is made from the metal obtained by melting this one, then the volumes of those two solids, the volume of the 9 pyramids must be equal to the volume of the cylinder. Is that clear? Then මේ වගේ 9ක් උණු කරලා නම් මෙයා හදන්නේ without any wastage of the metal, then the volumes must be equal. So 9 times volume of one cylinder, 1/3 into area of the base a squared into perpendicular height 2a. This must be equal to volume of the cylinder. Area of the base, it is a circular base, pi r squared. That should be multiplied by the height of the cylinder, 3r. These are the volumes. They must be equal. Here, 3 times 1, 3 times 3, then 3 times 2, 6, a squared into a cube must be equal to 3, I write 3 first, then pi r squared into r, it is r cube. Clear? Now, I make a cube the subject. A cube must be equal to 3 pi r cube upon 6. Then you can cancel the factors. 3 times 1, 3 times 2. Therefore, a cube must be pi r cube upon 2. Is this what we have to show today? Yes. Okay. Next one. If R is equal to 1.725 centimeters, by taking pi equals 3.14, find the value of a cube using the logarithms table and obtain the side length A of the base of a pyramid to the nearest centimeter. Right. Find the value of A cube using logarithms and obtain the side length A of the base of a pyramid to the nearest centimeter. Right. Now we are going to find the value of A cube. You know, A cube is equal to pi. Pi is given to be 1.725. Pi 1.725 times R cube. R is given to be, sorry. Pi is 3.14. Pi is 3.14. Pi R cube. R is 1.725. 1.725 cube upon 2. This is the value of A cube. Neither I have written down it with the given values. I have substituted the given values in it. Then logarithm LG A cube must be equal to LG 3.14 into 1.725 cube upon 2. Therefore, LG A cube is equal to LG 3.14. I take the index forward plus 3 times LG 1.725. Then this is in the denominator. That must be minus LD2. Is this clear? Then I need your support to find the logarithms. Right. This number, this is a number greater than 1. It has only one digit on the whole number side. Then what should be the characteristic of the logarithm? 0. 0 point. What is 31 for? 31 4 is එක 4. 31 4 4969 0.4969 plus 3 times. This is also a number greater than 1 having only one digit on the whole number side. So this one also has the same characteristic 0. Then 17 to 5. 17 2 5. 2367. 0.2367 minus, this is actually 2.00, then 0.20. විශ්ව 3010. 3010. 3010. Now simplify further. 0.4969 addition 3 times 7 21, 2 remaining, 3 times 6 18 to 20, 3 times 3 9 to 11, 3 times 2 6 1 7, 3 times 0 0 minus 0.3010. Copy down up to this. මේ දක්වා copy කරගන්න හැමෝම. Right. Then we can simplify further. Add the two positive values 9, 1, 10. 6, 0, 6, 1, 7. 9, 1, 10. 7, 4, 11, 1, 12. 1 remaining, it comes 0. Minus 0.3010. Now subtract. LGAQ is equal to 0, 0, 0, 7, 1, 6, 0, 0, 0. Take 1, 12, 3, 9. Here 0, 0, 0. Now AQ must be equal to anti-logarithm of 0.9060. Then what is A cube equal to 10? Tell me the location of this mantissa in the table. What is the location of that mantissa in the table? Yes. Is this not available exactly in the table? What is the nearest value which does not exceed this? 9058. 9058. The location of this value in the table? 80. 80. 5. We need two more. Is 2 available somewhere in the mean difference columns? Yes. In which column is that available? 3. Then the answer means the location 8053. 8053. So this is the characteristic 0. Then there must be only one digit on the whole number side. Then using the logarithms table and obtain the side length A of the base of a pyramid to the nearest centimeter. Illanne nearest centimeter valata. Then A cube is approximately to the nearest whole number 8. No? 8. Therefore, A must be cubic root of 8. Cubic root of 8 is 2. Therefore, A must be 2 centimeters. Clear? පැහැදිලිද ගාන? Then, from a solid cuboid with a square cross section of side length A. From a solid cuboid with a square cross section of side length A and the height 2A, if one small pyramid with the above mentioned measurements is cut and removed, find the volume of metal that is remaining. Right. Now we know A is 2. Then අපි දන්නවා A වලගේ 2 කියලා. මේකයි මේ කියන්නේ. From a cuboid having a square uniform cross section. මෙන්න මේ වගේ cuboid දෙකකින්, right, which has a square shaped cross section. So this is the cross section. Length of an edge is 8. Then from this, a square-based pyramid is cut off and removed. මෙන්න මෙයාගෙන් තමයි අර කියන මෙන්න මේ ස්ක්වයර් පිරමීඩ් දෙක කපලා අයින් කරගන්නේ. Terunada. The length of a side of this square base is A. The height of the solid cuboid is 2A. If this is 2A, perpendicular height of the pyramid is also the same. Is that so? Yes. Then, if one small pyramid with the above mentioned measurements is cut and removed, apply area. So, volume of the cuboid that must be A into A, length into breadth, length into breadth into height. What is this? Volume of the whole cuboid. Use කරපු සම්පූර්ණ cuboid එකේ volume එක තමයි A into 2V. From this volume, we need to subtract volume of the pyramid that we cut and remove. Understood? Then that is equal to the volume of the remaining arm. Volume of the pyramid which is cut and removed is 1/3 into area of the base into perpendicular arm. Now, 2 A into A into A, 2A cube minus 2A cube upon 3. This is the volume of the remaining portion. I put 1 as denominator. 3 is the least common multiple. This fraction remains unchanged. 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 6A cube. Therefore, volume of the volume of the metal that is remaining is 6 minus 2, 4A cube upon 3. But you know A is equal to 2. Therefore, answer 4 upon 3 times A cube. A cube means 2 cube. 4 times 8 upon 3. 8 times 4 value 32. Divide 32 by 3. Answer 10. 3 times 10, 30. Then 10.66. No? 10.666 or 10.67 in cubic centimeters. So that is 2 centimeters. 2 centimeter cube. That is 8 cubic centimeters. Cubic centimeters. Got it? There another gun? There another gun? Right. Number 10. Amala and Sumana. Right. This is the 10th question given from progressions, number patterns, both the arithmetic and geometric, but this is only from arithmetic progressions. Amala and Sumana decide to read a certain novel during the holidays. Then decide කරාලු කිසියම් novel එකම novel එක දෙන්න කියවනවා පොත් එක during the holidays. Amala reads 20 pages on the first day. Amala. Number 10. Amala reads 20 pages on the first day, and on each day thereafter she reads 3 pages more than the previous day. Then, if Amala reads 20 pages on the first day and reads 3 pages more than the previous day on each day thereafter, how many pages does she read on the second day? 23. Third day, 26. And this is the pattern in which she reads the novel, right? According to the number of pages, right? Okay. Roman number 1. Write the number of pages that Amala reads on the first, second, and third days, respectively. Answer: 20 pages, 23 pages, and 26 pages. How many pages does Amala read on the 16th day? Right. Here, A is equal to 20, A equals 20, common difference B equals 3, and you know Tn equals A plus n minus 1 times D. Here we have to find T16. T16 බලන්න T16 A 20 plus 16 minus 1 15 times 3. 20 plus 45. Answer: 65 pages. 65 pages. May I teach you had the power here on the 16th day. Clear? If she completes the novel on the 16th day, may ඔය කියන 16 වෙනි දවසේ මේක කියලා ඉවර කරනවා නේ. It is given that this girl or lady completes reading the novel on the 16th day. Right? How many pages does the novel consist of? අපෙන් අහන novel එකේ එහෙනම් පිටු කීයක් තියෙනවද කියලා. Right. බලමු. Number 3. Okay. On the first day, she reads 20 pages. Second day, 23 pages. Right? In this manner, if this girl finishes reading the novel on the 16th day by reading 65 pages, the number of pages in the book, the novel must be the sum of the 16 terms in this arithmetic provision. Clear? Now, we have to find Sn. We got two formulae for Sn. First one, Sn equals n upon 2 times A plus L. Second one, Sn equals n upon 2 times 2A plus n minus 1 times D. Then, tell me to find the answer for this one, which of those formulae is more suitable? First one, because we know the last term and first term and number of terms as well. We have to find S16. Therefore, Sn equals n upon 2 times A plus L. අපි n දන්නවා number of terms 16යි. First term dannava 20, last term 65. We know everything, therefore we better use the first formula to find the sum of the first 16 terms. Then S16 must be equal to 16 upon 2 times 20 plus 16, 5. 2 times 1, 8. 8 times 85. 8 times 5, 40, and 4 remaining. 8 times 8, 64 plus 4, 68. Answer: 680 pages. Am I correct today? Yes. Then, how many pages does Sumana read on the first day if she takes 17 days to complete the novel and Sumana takes 17 days. Sumana දවස් 17ක් ගන්නවා මේ පොත කියවන්න. And if on each day, there after the first day, she reads 4 pages more than the previous day. එයා කලින් දාට වඩා පිටු 4ක් වැඩිපුර කියවනවලු ඊළඟ දවසේ. හරි. දැන් එනවා සුමනට. Let's go to Sumana. Right? Sumana. This is how Sumana reads the book. The pattern. If she reads 8 pages on the first day, on the second day she reads A plus 4 pages. So this is the pattern. Right? And Sumana takes 17 days to complete the book. The total number of pages, both of them read the same book. The number of pages does not change. Sum of the first 16 terms, that is Sn. Now we don't know the last term. We don't know the number of pages Sumana reads on the last day. Therefore, we have to apply Sn equals n upon 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. N upon 2, we don't know what n is. N upon 2, sorry. Sumana takes 17 days. No, we know 7. N is 17. We know the number of terms. 17 upon 2 times 2a plus n minus 1. 17 minus 1 to take 16. 16 times common difference 4. This must be equal to 680 pages. Then 17 upon 2. 17 upon 2 times 2a plus 4 times 16 is 64. That must be equal to 680. Then I multiply this side by 2 upon 17 to cancel both 17 and 2. Then I multiply other side also by the same 2 upon 17. Is that clear? Then you can cancel both 17 and 2. Here 17 times 1, 17 times 4, 68. Therefore, 2a plus 64 is equal to 2 times 40, 80. So 2a is equal to 80 minus 64. Then 2a is equal to 16. No? 2a is equal to 16. A is equal to 8. Am I correct? Sumana reads 8 pages on the very first day. 8 pages. 8 pages. Now the last one. Amala and Sumana. No? Now we know the patterns of both of them and the way they read the book according to the number of pages. Amala reads the book this way, 20 pages on the first day, then 23, 26, and so on. And Sumana, 8 pages, then 8 plus 4, 12 pages, 12 plus 4, 16 pages. Now I am going to find, here we are said that if the two of them started reading the novel on the same day, then novel එක කියවන්න පටන් ගත්තේ එකම දවසේ. Right? Both Amala and Sumana have started reading the novel on the very same day. On which day do they both read the same number of pages? ඔය දෙන්නම එකම පිටු ගානක් ගණන් කරන දවසක් තියෙනවා. අහනවා කවද්ද? මොන දවසද? කොහොමද කියන්නේ? We have to find the general term of these two patterns. Here Tn is equal to A. 20 plus n minus 1 times 3. Tn of the pattern of Amala is 20 plus 3n minus 3. 3n minus 3. The general term of the pattern of Amala is 3n plus 70. Clear? The general term of the pattern of Sumana, Tn, is A plus n minus 1 times 4 because both are arithmetic progressions. Then an arithmetic thing. And Tn equals 8 plus 4n minus 4. Therefore, Tn equals 4n plus 4. Clear? Then this is Tn of Amala. This is Tn of Sumana. Right? If there is a day on which both of them read the same number of pages, this Tn is equal to this Tn. දැන් මේ දෙන්නම කිසියම් දවසක එක සමාන පිටු ගානක් කියවනවා නම් මෙයාගේ Tn උයි මෙයාගේ Tn උයි සමාන වෙන්න බෑද? හවුද? They must be equal. Now, this is the point value. Now, make them equal. Then I equal them. Then 4n plus 4 must be equal to 3n plus 70. Take 3n to the left. 4n minus 3n is equal to 17 minus 4. Then n is equal to 30. Answer on the 13th day. On the 13th day. On the 13th day. Okay? On the 13th day. This one you got the mathematical. Do I explain too fast? Right. Now, the second geometry question. There have been many geometry garni. It goes like this. This is a circle related question. Make a circle ha sambandha gන්න. Circle related question. Right? අහගන්න. In the given figure, AB is a diameter. AB කියන්නේ diameter එකක්. Right. This is AB diameter. Of the circle with center O, I mark the center somewhere like this, right? Center O. CD is a chord which is bisected at x by a. CD is a chord which is bisected by which is bisected at x by a. Right. This is a chord. This chord is bisected by this diameter at x. Remember x no, right? This is x. A, B, C, D. This is the center O. Then this CD chord is bisected by the diameter AB and X. Then you can put the same symbol on CX and DX. Clear? And moreover, CP is perpendicular to PAR. The tangent to the circle at A. PAR is a tangent. PAR is a tangent. This is a tangent. Okay. Then A must be the point of contact. CP is perpendicular to PAR. This is CP. CP is perpendicular to PAR. This is PAR. Clear? Hi. And we can see more lines. C and D are joined to A like this. A is the point of contact. Remember, A is the point of contact because PAR is a tangent for the circle, to the circle. Number 1. Show that PAXC is a cyclic quadrilateral. PAXC. We have to show that this is a cyclic quadrilateral. Tell me, what are the methods or what are the ways we have to show that a particular quadrilateral is a cyclic quadrilateral? කිසියම් quadrilateral එකක් cyclic quadrilateral එකක් කියලා පෙන්නන්න තියෙන methods මොනවද? Tell me what are the properties, what are the characteristics of a cyclic quadrilateral that you have learned as theorems? In a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles are supplementary. In a cyclic quadrilateral, the exterior angle formed by producing a side is equal to the interior opposite angles. Do you remember those two theorems? we are already given this is a right angle. Look, CD is a chord. O is the center of the circle. Then what can you say? This is the midpoint of the chord. The straight line joining the center of a circle to the midpoint of a chord is perpendicular to the chord. One of the theorems you learned in grade 10 syllabus in the lesson chords of a circle. There are two theorems. First one, this one. The straight line joining the center of a circle to the midpoint of a circle. The straight line joining the center of a circle to the midpoint of a chord is perpendicular to the chord. The converse of the theorem, the perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. Right? This is 90, this is 90, opposite angles are supplementary. Then this is a cyclic polynomial. You can say like this. So, you can say Cx is equal to Cx is equal to dx. Given. Make a given. Given. Then you can say or x must be parallel to CD. Therefore, OX must be not parallel, sorry. OX must be perpendicular to CD. Theorem. 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 Therefore, you can say angle OXC. Angle AXC. Angle AXC is equal to 9. And you can say angle APC also 90. Angle APC also 90. This is given. Given. Therefore, you can say in AXCP. In AXCP, the opposite sides, the opposite angles are supplementary. Therefore, AXCP is a cyclic quadrilateral. Write that part completely, even though I have written CQ. Where was CQ and the you have to write cyclic quadrilateral. Clear? Have the reason? Then state with reasons two angles which are equal to DAR. DAR the samana angles DAR. Let's see what they are. DAR. This is angle DAR. This is the angle between the tangent and the chord AD drawn at the point of contact. Then, in the lesson tangents, you learn basically three theorems. In the last theorem, you learn angles in the alternate segment. Look, the angle between the tangent and this chord AD drawn at the point of contact must be equal to the angle in the alternate set. This angle must be equal to this. RA dinatan DAR ne DAR must be equal to ACD. ACD. Reason angle in the alternate segment. Angle in alternate segment. Alternate segment එකේ angle එක නිසා හරිනේ. එකක් හරි. හරි. look. Today, you know this angle must be a right angle, no? Because the radius drawn at the point of contact is perpendicular to the angle. You can say angle OAP. Angle OAP is equal to angle OAP must be equal to 90 degrees, right? Listen, radius drawn at point of contact. Hence, then this is 90, this is 90. They are a pair of aligned angles. You can say angle OAP plus CXA, AXC, both the same, equals 90 plus 90, 180. Then you can say as they are, as can be something, as they are a pair of aligned angles. ඒගොල්ලෝ aligned angle pair එකක් හින්දා you can say මොකද්ද? CX is parallel to what? AP. හරිනේ? එනවනේ එතනම වෙනවා parallel. These two are parallel. Then this angle must be equal to this angle. Alternate angles between parallels. හවුද? එහෙනම් මෙයාට මෙයා සමානයි මෙයාට මෙයා සමාන නිසා මේ දෙක සම. එහෙනම් කියනවා therefore angle PAC must be equal to ACX. Alternate angles between parallel lines. Therefore, DAR must be equal to PAC. Excellence. Understood? තේරුණාද? ඔන්න තව කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා එතකොට මේ මෙයාට මෙයාත් equal වෙනවා. එතකොට ඔන්න මෙයා ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. කෙලින්ම parallel. මෙයාට මෙයා parallel නිසා මේ alternate angles between parallel lines වල එකපාරින් ගන්නත් තියෙනවා. මෙච්චර වාටයක් යන්නේ නැතුව තේරෙනවද? අර parallel බව කියන්නේ වෙනවා. You have to show that the lines are parallel. This angle is equal to this angle. alternate angles between parallel lines. That is also correct. There are three angles which are equal to DAR. Clear? Right. The last one. Are you? Number 12. The last question of the paper. This is from sets. Sets. Universal set. An incomplete Venn diagram with information on 100 customers who came to a certain store is shown here. 100 customers. Information of 100 customers. Right. In the Venn diagram, you can see there are three sets like this. The third set goes this way. This is those who bought eggs. Maybe those who bought fish. May fish here. And the shaded set, those who bought lentils. May lentils, lentils. Lentils. Right? 40 customers did not buy fish, lentils, or eggs. 14 දෙනෙක් fish ගත්තෙත් නැහැලු, egg ගත්තෙත් නැහැලු, lentils ගත්තෙත් නැහැ. Then where are they? එන ඒගොල්ලෝ කොහෙද ඉන්නව? Where must they be? ඒගොල්ලෝ කොහෙද ඉන්නව? They must be in the complement of the union of these three. අර තුනේ union එකේ complement එකේ ඉන්නුනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ 40 customers did not buy any of these items. They must be here, 40. Clear? And 60 customers bought lentils. Have lentils son. 60 customers buy lentils. I mentioned 60 here. How many customers bought exactly one of the three items, fish, egg, and lentils? මෙතනින් එක වර්ගයක් විතරක් ගන්න කට්ටිය. Tell me, are there any people who have bought lentils only according to this given information? මේ තොරතුරු වලට අනුව lentils විතරක් ගත්තා ඉන්නවා නෑ, because the entire set of lentils is in the union of these two. Understood? Therefore, all the customers who bought lentils have bought either egg or fish. තේරුණාද? මේ lentils ගත්ත හැමෝම egg or fish අරගෙන තියෙනවා. තේරුණාද? හරි. අහන්නේ exactly one item. That means the number of elements in this region and this region. When මේ දෙක අපෙන් අහන්න. ඉතින් හරිය ලේසිනේ පුතේ. Total is 100. This region contains 60. Outer region contains 40. Then the answer for Roman number 1. From the total of 100, you have to subtract these 60 people and these 40 people. 60 plus 14. 100 minus 74. That is equal to 26 people. Is that clear? Then, if the number of customers who bought all these three items is equal to the number of customers who bought exactly two of these items. Exactly two of these items means exactly two of these items means if this is A, who are they? The number of people who bought eggs and lentils only. If this is B, who are these people? The people who bought lentils and fish only. Then this must be A plus B. Who are they? The people who bought all three items. තේරුණාද අපිට කියනවා දෙකම තුනම ගත්ත කට්ටිය මෙන්න මේ දෙකට සමානයි. හරිද කියලා? If this is A and this is B, then A plus B. This must be A plus B. Clear? හරි. How many customers bought all these three items? Then A plus B plus B must be equal to 60. A, the people who bought eggs and lentils only. A plus B, the people who bought all three items. Plus B, the people who bought fish and lentils only. That is equal to the number of people who bought lentils. Then A plus A, B plus B, 2A plus 2B. That is equal to 60. Divide each and every term by 2. Then A plus B is equal to 30. Answer 30 people or 30 customers. Understood? A plus B නෙමෙයි. තේරුණා නැත්නම් කියන්න. Number 3. If the number of customers who bought only eggs and lentils is only eggs and lentils. Only eggs and lentils. Eggs and lentils විතරයි. Eggs, lentils only can make A. Only eggs and lentils. If the number of customers who bought only eggs and lentils is A is twice the number of customers who bought only fish and lentils. That is B. A කියන කෙනා B වගේ දෙගුණයක්ලු. තේරුණාද කියලාද? If the number of customers who bought only eggs and lentils is twice the number of customers who bought only fish and lentils, then write like this. The number of customers who bought only eggs and lentils is twice B. A equals to B. But A plus B 30. හැබැයි A plus B 30. එහෙම නේද? A plus B 30. වැඩේ ලේසි නේද? නම් A plus B equals 30. A on A දාන 2B and A is equal to 2B and plus B is equal to 30. 2B plus B, A equals 2B, 2B plus B, 3B. 3B is 30 and B equals 30 division 3, which is 10 people. 10 people. B. How many customers bought all the three items? අහන්න මේක නෙමෙයි. All the three items. All the three items. All the three items means A plus B. Sorry. A plus B. කලින් එවුවට දෙන්නේ. මම දැන් මාරු කරගත්තනේ. How many customers bought eggs and lentils? Sorry, yeah. Eggs and lentils. Eggs and lentils eggs and lentils. Remember, this is the set of eggs. This is the set of lentils. Eggs and lentils means eggs and lentils can make this intersection. Eggs and lentils. Okay? මෙන්න eggs ලා මෙන්න lentils ලා හැදෙන්නේ A plus AB කියන එක. A plus AB. that is A plus A plus A plus B. That is equal to A plus B. The intersection of x and length is A plus B. A plus A. Now we have to find A. A is equal to 2B. A can 2B ni puthe nam B is 10. 2B 2 times 10 plus again 2 times 10 plus 10. 2 times 10 20, 2 times 10 20 plus 10. Answer 50 people. 50 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා එතන. Is that clear? පැහැදිලිද? තේරුම් නැත්නම් කියන්න බැට්ටෝ. හරි? only කියලා තියෙනවා. How many customers bought eggs and lentils? Only කැලලක් නැහැ. Only දීපනම් මෙතන A විතරයි. Eggs and lentils කියපුවාම බිත්තර සහ වලලු කියන දෙකම. එතන A ඉන්නවා. එතන A plus B ඉන්නවා. ඔක්කොම 2A plus B වෙන්නේ. නේද? B 10. This is 10. A plus B 30. Then this must be 20. The last part. If the number of customers who bought fish is 52. Fish 52. 52ක් මාන. Then the question, how many customers bought only eggs? Only eggs. Then you can write that is equal to, from 100 you have to subtract the sum of the others. Here 52 elements in this region, 30 plus 10 40, there must be 12 here, no? From 100 you have to subtract 60 plus 12 plus 40. 60 plus 12 plus 40. මෙන්න මේ ටිකේ ඉන්නවා 60ක්, මෙතන ඉන්නවා 12ක්, එළිය 14ක්. 100 minus 60 plus 12, 72 plus 16, 86. Answer 40 people. This is 40. Am I correct? So today we got 15 minutes more than the previous days. So anyway, anyhow we were able to conclude discuss all the questions in the paper. So see you next week with the new paper. So bye for now today. Saranai, God bless you all.